Thanks for coming. It's nice to have some fresh air, I got to tell you. It's been a challenge for about a year now to be inside, so it's nice to be out. Again, my name is Scott Costa. I'm the channel manager for Atlantic Broadband. If you're not familiar with us, we're basically on the channel side, we've turned into a internet provider, fiber and coax. We do very little voice. We're good at what we do. I've streamlined it with the channel, so we're doing mostly network, fiber and coax. You know, the agent channel with ABB is not that old. It started out actually in 2016. I'm sorry. Can you hear me? I just hit something. And the channel started off really, really slow. ABB really was a residential cable provider, especially in Miami, for a really, really long time. And even the business side of it, pretty new. Maybe it's 10 years old now. In 2016, they started a channel program, and it didn't really go anywhere. TCG was one of the first master agents that we signed up, but nobody was really developing that relationship. So I took over in 2017. And I happen to know some people over at TCG, and we started that relationship. And their idea of Atlantic Broadband was not fully expressed at the time. So when I got in there, I told them what we could do, and it started to flow. At the time that we started the agent channel program, we were probably billing about $13,000 a month, total billing. And as of January 2021, we're approaching $200,000 a month in billing revenue. TCG's plus 40% of that. So I want to thank TCG because you guys send us stuff on a daily basis. And we really appreciate it because I don't think our channel program would exist without TCG. And I mean that. That's the truth. So a couple of things, you know, we've expanded. So I now have an assistant, Sandra Rodriguez, who handles the coax and a lot of the back office stuff. If there's a billing issue or there's a change, an ad, something like that that needs to be made, Sandra will do that. She'll also quote you broadband opportunities. Because we're getting so busy, just hired another channel manager named Tom Stanley. You can't see it, but I'll get you, I'm going to get it out to TCG, all the email addresses and phone numbers for contacts. But the good news is we're growing, right, on the channel side. We have a smaller footprint than some of the other providers. But like Nate said, if you have an opportunity that we can bid on, we're going to give you a really strong bid. We're not going to be outpriced. It's very rare that we're too high in price if we can do, especially fiber. If we can do a fiber deal, if we can get to that building based on our evaluation and our cost, we're in the game, right? So we have a shot at that deal. And what we do really well is get it installed for you. You know, in Miami, I will say that our problem is permitting. I think everybody knows that. In Miami Beach, trying to get a permit for a construction job is a challenge for sure. But we're real competitive when we can bid on it. So I just wanted to also mention, while I have it on my slide here, that we do offer a 1-month MRC bonus on anything over $250. So the agent gets a bonus. Nice thing about TCG is they pass that bonus through 100%. So that's a really sweet deal for the agents. Let's see. So we're really in 11 states. We've got 7,000 fiber route miles. They call them on-net buildings. I wouldn't quite call them on-net buildings, but we've got 25,000 buildings that we've got fiber in across those 11 states, and another 7,500 near net, and that's growing, especially in Miami Beach. We're really working on building out the network because it's such a challenge to build anything in Miami Beach that, you know, they built the network. At the time, they could only get so much, but we're owned by a company called Cogeco, a huge Canadian cable company, and they're funding a lot of these projects. So we're going to expand in the Miami Beach area so we can get to more of these buildings. And I'd say on the channel side, probably 60% of our business is in Miami. The rest of it's in a big portion is in Western Pennsylvania. We do quite a bit in Maryland, Delaware, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Aiken, South Carolina. So, you know, our customer base is about 830 homes and businesses past, and we've got 1,400 employees in the company. So again, we're wholly owned by Cogeco Communications, a Canadian company founded in 1957, publicly traded on the stock exchange, 200+ million annual investment in service and network enhancements. So we're lucky to have Cogeco on our side. So let's see. So, you know, real simply, when you have an opportunity for fiber or coax in any of the areas that we're in, shoot us an email and we'll see if we can get to it, and then we'll bid on it and give you a great bid on it. You know, we have a hosted voice product. I don't like to sell it. It's not very good. I'd rather leave it to the guys who do really good on voice and let us do the network side of it. That's just being honest, right? Our commercial guys will sell it, but for the channel side, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'd much rather you guys sell it and let us do the network side, because that's something you can rely on. So, you know, we do have a carrier wholesale. So if anybody's in the room that is on that side of the house, I can refer you to our carrier wholesale side of the house that will sell you the network, and you guys can white label it to your customer, just like AirSpring was just talking about. You know, we talked earlier, and I'm going to refer you to my guy. So we do have that side too. You know, we have a 99.95% SLA. We're 100 gig capable. So I just worked on a deal right now. We did 15 gigs with a 100 gig port. So we're scalable. And, you know, I wish I could show you the list of data centers we're in. I don't want to go through that but I can get you that list if you need it. So we're able to do point-to-points. We're able to do DIA in the data centers. And I have all of our maps, but I don't think you guys can see them. But I will say that we purchased the FiberLight network only in South Florida, so we can get up to from Palm Beach down. It's once you get out of Miami, it's a little thinner. It's sort of a straight line up. But if you have an opportunity in Palm Beach or Fort Lauderdale for fiber, let us know. And if we can bid on it, we'll bid on it. I think anybody at TCG will tell you that, you know, we can't bid on everything, right? We just can't get to everything. It might be too expensive. I don't want to waste your time if I'm going to give you a bid that's not competitive. But what we will do is get you that information really quick. So if you send me a lead and I can't do it, I'm going to tell you, hey, I can't do it really, really quickly. If I can do it, we're going to be competitive. So yeah, Miami, South Miami, part of Coral Gables, Miami Beach, of course, North Miami. We do Aventura. So, you know, Miami is really where we have most of the network. So, I mean, the share of percentage of what we do is Miami Beach mostly. But Western PA, if you have an opportunity there, certainly send it to us. Anything you need, I can get you the maps and everything sent to you by email. And let's see what else. So, yeah, so Metro Ethernet services that scale up to 100 gigs, dedicated internet access with symmetrical speeds, 10 gig to 100 gig. We do 100 megs, 500 megs, whatever you need, we'll be there for you. Our high-speed internet broadband goes up to a gig. So we can get you a gig over 50. We can add voice to that if you need it. Again, we do PRIs, we can do SIP. We just can't break it up. So if we're going to do if you need a SIP solution, it's going to go over our flex trunk, and that's like a full PRI. So if you just need 5 SIP trunks, you go to a SIP provider, right? But if you want a flex trunk running over fiber, we can do that for you, and we'll be real competitive on that. So let's see, what else? I'm trying to find stuff because you can't see it. I don't want to bore you with some stuff that you can't see. So, you know, we have, in all of our territories, we have some really great engineers, construction people that I have complete access to. Our company's not so big that I can't get on the phone if you're having an issue or something's taking a little bit longer than you thought or whatever. Just get me on the phone I'll get with our engineers. I'll get with our internal people, find out what's going on. I just set up a conference call for tomorrow with a customer that needs some TLC, let's say, and I've got all the top people on this call to make sure that this implementation goes smoothly. So anytime that you need anything, I'm your guy. You just call me, let me know. I'll get the right people in place to make sure that your install goes correctly. And if we have a delay, if there's a reason for it, whether it's permitting or we go out there and we find out, like typically in Miami, you'll see a building that we're like, yeah, we can get to that. It's easy. We get out there and they've remodeled the whole building and they've torn up the street, redid the street. We have to go underground to get there. And all of a sudden it's a different deal, right? So we find that out as soon as we can in the process, let you know, and we figure out a way to work it out for you. So again, you know, combined fiber and coax network provides unique benefits, unparalleled reach with the metro markets we serve. You know, we try to reach the opportunities that you give us. You send us the address, we get on it, and we find out if we could do it for you. I wish you could see some of these maps. It would make this presentation a lot better, but, you know, it's too much to go through. So that's really all I have. I mean, it's not that complicated. We're a bandwidth provider. That's what we do. You know what I mean? So we work with a lot of other providers. Like if you're an agent and you have a project and you're working with 3 different providers and you want to use us for the bandwidth, we are thrilled. So that's what we do. So does anybody have any questions? Because that's really all I got today. Anything at all?
I got a question.
Sure.
Do you offer burstable?
We don't. So what we do is we can put it on we can up the bandwidth like sometimes the same day.
So you can do it kind of
Right, but it's not burstable. Like if they peak the bandwidth, it's going to burst. We don't offer that. But, you know, a lot of times a customer will say, hey, you know, we think we're going to upgrade periodically. We'll just put it on a 100, you know, a 1 gig port, let's say, if it's 100 megs, or a 10 gig port if it's a gig, something like that. So, but again, being a small company, that's something you call me, I'll get it done the same day or the next day for you. So, and then we bill the customer like for 30 days or 15 days, or whatever it might be. Sometimes I think when it's really short, they forget to bill the customer, but that's between us. So, anything else? Anything else I can answer for you guys? All right. Well, I appreciate the opportunity. I wish we could see that so you could really see the maps and where we're at. But if you need that, I can get that to you. You send it to everybody? Okay, great. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. All right.